All right, the watch list for Thursday. I sidestepped the afternoon, so I only took one trade today. I happened to be in the first one on the watch list for tomorrow, EYES. It had a nice little breakout attempt out of this range today. I got a morning trade in it, grabbed it right as it got through 6 here. I think I got 603 fill, and it went all the way to almost 660. That's a really nice percentage gain. Let me try that again. Really nice percentage gain in a very short period of time. It's the only trade I took. Got my daily goal and then some in the first 30 minutes. And as I said in yesterday's video, I really wasn't interested in trading the afternoon with the FOMC chaos, although it looks like a really nice rally this afternoon, so congrats. I was off goofing around with my wife, and it was nice to kind of get away. So EYES is on watch for tomorrow, so I look for that to continue. Let's go back to that real quick. It's still got, to me, a lot of potential upside. You had a spike back here to almost 8, another one to 850. Very nice support below, and you're seeing some really nice spikes lately. And today attempted to break out. I think it might continue tomorrow. If not, it'll stay on watch for the next week or two. I like the looks of the chart. All right, JRJC, excuse me, gapped up today. No trades in it for me this morning. Didn't meet my gap play parameters. But I still want to watch it. Nice volume. Is it going to fill the gap? Maybe, but it also sometimes you see something like this and sellers get a hold of it, and then the very next day it rips. So, to be honest with you, on a day like today, post FOMC with the big move in the market, it's one of the toughest evenings for me to put together a watch list because a lot of stocks did the same thing today, right? So I always look for standouts or charts that give me an edge, and so I hate putting together a watch list video the day after kind of a big market move like that. So not in love with any of these, but this is what I've come up with. So JRJC, then AKBA. I like the gap up here, went up and then sold off, closed it as low as the next thing you know, it gaps up again, and it's really pressing this area. So a potential breakout to the upside. Switching to 15-minute candles sometimes can show it to you a little better. I don't really like the fact that it's been climbing for the last couple hours, but again, that's what everything did, right, in the afternoon. So let's see, there's a daily. Yeah, I still like it over this 2 or 3 day high. I'd like to see maybe some quiet action in the morning or something, but I don't love that one either. U.S. Steel, I do kind of like this one. 20 million shares about a week ago and really kind of flagging ever since. So this is the letter X, not that hard to see. I did not mean to do that. Let's try that one more time. You'd think I'd be prepared enough. I don't know why it's doing that. To do this ahead of time. But you can kind of see a trend line there, right? And then maybe even another one there. So it's in a really tight range, up over the midday highs of 844. So 846 or maybe through the half over 850. That could be enough to take it through today's high, which was 855, and then you have a high just above that, and that's what I call stacked catalyst of 874, and then maybe a retest of this recent high. All right, I'm going to take these lines back off. And there it is on the daily. So I think U.S. Steel may be done going down. That one looks pretty good. That's the letter X. BPMX, and this is where I had to reach a little bit because of just not too many great charts out there right now. BPMX had this big spike. The second day, it gave a lot of it back. Then the next day it was spiking again. But then to the last 2 days, lower highs again. So you notice since the big spike, you've just got consecutive lower highs on the daily candles. This one may be ready to turn, though. It did hit the 8-day today. So I do want to watch that one, but not in love with it. I did throw one energy play on. Energy stocks are so beaten up. This is LNG. Kind of maybe a spinning top or doji or bottoming tail. One of those names from the candlestick world. But it's certainly interesting here and may be ready to bounce. Hasn't broken a previous day's high in about a week. All right, just got a phone call in the middle of the video, so I am not sure where I left off. But anyway, this just goes on bounce watch tomorrow, especially if energy bounces at all. So anyway, I'm not in love with that one. NRX had this spike, 6 million shares a couple sessions ago. Almost a round trip, which makes me like it less, but who knows? If it holds this area, it could be worth a shot. as a long. You can tell how the enthusiasm in my voice, how in love I am with this one too, right? GBSN, again, reaching, but let's go to 15-minute candles to at least show. Remember, I had this on bounce watch for today. Again, no trigger, no kind of trade. I like this spike from 450 all the way to 6 the other day, and then now you've got a lower high and a lower high still. Pretty tight range, so if it gets back up, I don't know, to 360, 370 area above this long range tomorrow, maybe it gets another spike like this. But I don't really care that much about that one either. And then MNGA. What I'm hoping is we'll find some nice gap plays in the morning, to be honest with you, and intraday stuff to trade. A lot of people in the chat room are very good at finding reversal setups. We got a guy who focuses only on the energy stocks, and he's very good at those. So it's going to be one of those kind of days where the watch list might not mean that much, but who knows? Maybe one of these will give a nice trade. I mean, I like X and EYES the most from this list. And then my last one is MNGA, which had a crazy run. I actually called this as a potential swing. I think it was on this day down here right around $1. Now, does that mean I made any money from that? No, because I don't hold overnight. But it has more than, almost went up two and a half times, or 150%, I guess, from there. Anyway, it went parabolic here the other day, and now you're down 1, 2, 3, about 4 days. It did hit the 20-day. If you go to 15-minute candles, it's doing. Let's go to 60s. It's easier to see. It's doing a nice job of holding this $1.60, which was kind of where it was flagging below back here. $1.60 was resistance. It is doing a nice job of finding support at $1.60. So if it holds that area, maybe worth a bounce play entry. And again, hopefully we'll find some nice gappers because I'm not in love with this list. I'm going to leave it at that. We'll have a great night, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.